Taking action is always the hardest part. But once you start taking action and building some momentum, then you get addicted to the process, the progress. I'll give you an example. I was very inconsistent in the gym. And once I dialed it in and I started seeing progress, started seeing my strength go up, I got addicted to it. I got addicted to the delayed gratification and the process. And I would just love coming every single day and hitting a lift. Some people have to force themselves out of bed or wherever, out of their house, to come to the gym. For me, ever since I was a kid, I always knew I wanted a great physique. But so that inconsistency wasn't really showing that well, was it? Because if I'm inconsistent at the age that I can go to the gym, and back then when I was a very little kid, looking at all these physiques and I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be me. It didn't make any sense. It didn't align with who I was. So I just dialed it in. And it was always something I knew I was gonna do and something I knew I was going to have. Same with everything that I see, everything that I envision. I know that I will have it, just a matter of time, effort, patience, and action, right? So, and faith, of course, that blind faith, but keep stacking it up and we'll reap the reward. But the hardest part was taking action and getting into that momentum, into that routine. Like the example where I'm giving about where I was inconsistent in the gym. You have to get into the routine and that and build that momentum in order to see some sort of progress to keep on going. And though at the beginning it sucks because you're weak, you have nothing going for you, you don't know you might not know what you're doing, you're not seeing any results at all. If you just keep going at it, stack it up day by day, it will add up and you will start seeing the progress. And once you start seeing that progress, then shit becomes fun. It becomes exciting. You reach new levels, you reach new heights. Recently, I just hit 250 on bench. I attempted it. Calm. Can go higher. I can definitely go higher, but yeah, 250, pretty nice. I haven't benched in a while, since last year after hitting 2 plates, 230. And I was like, yo, let's PR. Not even PR actually, just let's attempt 250. Attempted 250, easy. I can go higher. And that just feels great. Just that progress that I've built, that momentum, because I constantly take the actions in order to get there. Now I'm building this brand, I'm getting consistent with that. I see my subscribers going up. I see my watch time go up. My viewers go up. I see the likes coming in. People are resonating with me and I am locking more in, right? I'm falling in love with the process. I'm taking action in order to get to where I want to be. It's a great feeling, but you have to start taking action and go through that little shit at the beginning where you just feel like shit, you don't see any results and you're like lazy and you're like, do I even do this? I'm not seeing any results. Just keep going a little bit. And once you see a little bit of momentum, a little bit of progress, I'm telling you, you'll get addicted to the process. You'll have fun. You'll have a blast just doing what you want to do. Whether it be the gym, whether it be posting, whether it be building that business, whatever it may be, you will have fun. I'm a firm believer in figuring it out as you go. You start taking action with barely any knowledge, and you just start taking a little bit of action. You start walking towards your goal, maybe even limping towards your goal, but you just start and figure it out as you go. Because once you can get that momentum, again, you will slowly fall in love with the process. Here's the thing, I made a reel today, and I talked about if you acquire all the knowledge to do something, but you don't apply it, then you have genuinely wasted your time. Here's the thing, you can watch all the productive podcasts you want, but if you don't apply it, to your life, to your business, to your brand, to the gym, whatever, whatnot, then it was useless information. You wasted your time. It was a waste of time. And a lot of the times you consume all these podcasts and all these things and you think you're being productive. But if you're not actively analyzing, okay, what is he saying? What are they saying? How can I apply this to this? How can I apply this to this? How can I make my life better with this? How can I change? Okay, now I gotta move in this direction. If you're not actively doing that and you're just listening to it and you're not applying it to anything, then you are wasting your time. You think you're being productive, you just get that little dopamine and you're like, yes bro, self-improvement, let's go, but you're not doing anything. So I really think figuring it out as you go is a beautiful thing, because if you can just start putting one foot in front of the other, and again, even if you're limping towards your goal, you are building momentum. And once you build that consistency, you get into the routine, into the habit of doing that thing, you will fall in love with it and you will go even harder than you ever imagined. And that is what you want to recreate. So figure it out as you go. Just start taking action. Post that goddamn video, bro. Nobody cares about you like that. Listen, here's the thing. If it's a shit video, nobody's gonna see it anyways. And sure, like, yo, my friend saw it or this and that. Who cares? Who cares, okay? Just get over your limiting beliefs. Get over all this yap. Think about yourself. Be a little bit selfish, okay? Post that video. Start that business. Do whatever you want to do. Start going to the gym. Just think about yourself for a second and your life. This whole thing is your life. You are the main character. Act like it, okay? Everyone else is genuinely a side character in your life because you are the main character. So level up your character and do the things that you want to do. Figure it out as you go. Just start taking some action. Promise you, once you fall into that routine, to that momentum, you're gonna love every step of the way. So yeah, have fun.